My name's Davida Shinsky, and this is another segment of Live Without Limits. And in today's show, the first thing we're going to talk about is something that I call creating your own success in life. And I look at it this way as 10 ways to create your own success. And it spells out the words successful, meaning see your goals. Use your skills. Communicate clearly. Clear vision. Education opportunities. Share yourself. Secure health. Fundamental beliefs or self esteem. Understanding others and life plan. And now we're going to go through and discuss each one of them simply because when you are taking control of your life, it's up to you to decide exactly how you are going to accept yourself, live the life that you were meant to live, and not let anyone else control it. And the first thing is to see your goals by writing them down and make a plan and work it. And what that means is you're looking at SMART goals because you need to measure your goals. You need to know exactly how you're going to get there. And once you get there, how you're going to perform. The next thing is using your skills means that you are unique and have special talents that when you put them to use, you can be successful at anything that you choose to do. And here's the thing. Every one of us are unique. Every one of us has a special talent. And often parents don't always live out their special talents, so they try to live it through their children by scripting them into and molding them into what they want them to be instead of letting the individual be who they're meant to be. The third one is to communicate clearly, and that is a learned skill. You know, we all have certain behavior patterns about us, and in those behavior patterns we hear things a certain way. So if we're talking to someone who comes in a totally different behavior pattern than we do and they communicate differently, then we tend to internalize that, and how we respond to it all depends on who we are and how we see ourselves. Fourth is by having a clear vision, then you know where you're going and how you are going to get there. Fifth thing is education is very important when it comes to reaching your goals. We often think that once we graduate from college or even finish that master's degree or that PhD degree, that our education is over. Well, technology has changed. I graduated from college over 30 years ago, or rather closer to 40 years ago. But the thing is that for me, learning never stopped because I had to learn how to adapt and use the technology that we have today to really build my business simply because I had limited mobility. Share yourself with people around you because networking is an important skill which helps you reach your goals. Joint ventures, collaboration. When you collaborate with someone, then you work together. And often it takes a team of people to make things successful. So the next thing is to secure help when it's needed because no one stands alone. That you may not know something, and always be aware. It's like I'm on a certain site where people will simply ask questions simply because they get paid to ask a question instead of going on to the platform and asking the question there, because there's a support team there that can tell you exactly how to use that platform, because everything is different. So don't, and be aware that you need to go to the right place to ask the question. Don't just ask a question and hope that someone on that platform knows how to answer it. You want to know who the experts are. Your fundamental beliefs or self esteem are an important element in reaching your goals. Understanding others is another important skill, because we need to work together as a team to reach our goals. For one thing, no one stands alone. Everyone has to rely on someone else. And when you're setting goals, sometimes you can put a target date down, but if you're depending on other people and their time limit, you may not reach the goal specifically at that time, or that the surroundings, the environment may not be where you are in your journey. So when all of those things come together, that's when everything works well. With a life plan, you can make the right choices for a better future. And let's look at how you can take all of those things and put them all together for what you want to do, and look at it as a really great opportunity for you to succeed. Now, the one thing that I'm doing is that I have a challenge coming up on February 7th that will go for 5 days, and it will be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we are going to be covering different ways for you to communicate better and understand how the unconscious thoughts affect your communication. And then we're going to talk about toxic environments and how they affect you and affect relationships. Then we're going to talk about workplace culture, because that's a very important part. And then we're going to talk about the thought processes and how to change your thoughts from those negative ones to positive ones. And there's a story that I will tell in there that's called The Fuzzy Tale, and it comes out of a book that's called Scripts People Live. Because often parents will say, my son the doctor, my son the lawyer, my son the, remember the rhyme, the candlestick maker, and all of those things. And then even there's a song out, don't let your boys grow up to be cowboys. And when you think about, that's all talking about scripting. That's all talking about how you have a role to play, and you can either live out the role you believe in, or you can live out the role that someone else has decided for you. But it's up to you to decide how you want to live your life, and not let someone else decide for you.